Yes, student, in the last class I told you that in this period I am going to explain you one of the very versatile reaction, okay, to prepare what? Alcohols. What is this reaction? This one is the reaction of carbonyl compound, which is denoted by C double bond O functional group with Grignard reagent. Student, you know that Grignard reagent is one of the very important reagent to which we can prepare large number of chemical compounds. So here is the reaction when carbonyl compounds okay. Now what are carbonyl compounds? Carbonyl compounds are what? Aldehydes and what? Ketones. These are called carbonyl compounds, that is they are having what? Carbonyl functional group, okay, is reacted with which reagent? That is another reactant. This is Grignard reagent. Now student, what are a Grignard reagent? So in the last class, that is last chapter, haloalkane, we have seen the method of preparation of Grignard reagent, and I told you the scientist got Nobel Prize for this because this reagent is highly useful, okay, and is used to prepare large number of organic compound. So this is denoted by Grignard reagent or MgX, okay. In the presence of anhydrous ether, okay. Now why we use anhydrous ether? Student, you should know, whenever we are using Grignard reagent, student, being it is highly reactive, it readily reacts with moisture if present in the atmosphere, okay. So to check the reaction of Grignard reagent with moisture, we are creating the atmosphere of ether so that it should not react with water, isn't it? Therefore, in the presence of ether, first it forms addition product, that is the addition reaction takes place. Now why the addition product will form? You know, there is what? Double bond in the carbonyl compound. So when the bond is breaking down, the carbon left with 3 valencies and the oxygen with negative charge, here any other reagent can directly attach. Therefore the addition product formation takes place. Addition product which on hydrolysis means reaction with what? Water. But you should know one more thing, water is not so reactive. So to make it reactive, okay, again we have to use one catalyst in the presence of acid. In the presence of acid forms what? Alcohols. For what? Alcohols, okay. Now alcohol, okay, formation depends on type of carbonyl compound. That means what? It may be aldehyde, it may be ketone. So we are starting with which carbonyl compound? So it will depend, that is the final product. Alcohol formation takes place by which carbonyl compound, that is aldehyde or ketones, are used, and also and also Grignard reagent. And also Grignard reagent. Now why Grignard reagent? Student, here the Grignard reagent, here the R, it may be changed. It may be CH3, C2H5, C3H7, C4H9, or primary, secondary, tertiary, anything. Similarly, X may be Cl, F, Br, I. So it may be what? Different. So on the basis of these two reactants, the different type of alcohol can be obtained. Therefore, this is one of the very versatile chemical reaction. Now, I am writing equation for it. What? When carbonyl compound, so C double bond O, here nothing is mentioned. That is neither H nor R. Nothing is mentioned. Okay. Simple. What basic reaction is there? Plus R, Mg and what? X. Student, you know that magnesium belongs to metal, is having what? Plus charge, and the carbon of alkyl radical belongs to what? R. That is what? Minus charge. Getting? Here in carbon and oxygen there is what? Fraction positive charge, and there is what? Fraction negative charge. But when the pi electron is getting shifted due to high electronegativity of oxygen, now the oxygen will acquire complete negative charge and the carbon will acquire complete positive charge. That means what? By the reaction, now there will be change what? There will be change C, and this is what? O. Now the O will acquire complete negative charge and the carbon will acquire complete positive charge, where the Grignard reagent can attack because it is also having negative and positive charge. So obviously you can see here the R can attack only what? The carbon. Okay, and the rest of the part Mg will attack on what? Oxygen. That means what? There will be what? With this one R, and here what? Mg and X. This is known as addition product. Okay, student, nothing is mentioned here. Okay, the valency are free. Here also nothing is mentioned. We can change the alkyl radical. It may be CH3, C2H5, etc. But to obtain final product, now what we have to do? We have to hydrolyze, and the hydrolysis takes place in the presence of what? Acid. So now the final product will be C. There will be what? O, and the H of water will attack here. Thus there will be formation of alcohol, and there is already what? R, that is alkyl group, plus rebelling part is what? Mg, X, and this is what? OH. So this is the final product, alcohol. Okay. Now if we check, if we change, okay, the carbonyl compound one by one, like here, first one, if I am writing, and I am not writing chemical reaction, okay, I am directly writing what? Chemical equation. In case of carbonyl compound is expressed by formaldehyde, HC double bond O and H. What is this? This is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. Okay. Plus, again, I am specifying R by what? CH3, and this is what? Mg, and X is supposed specified by Br. The same thing what? Ether, in the presence of ether. Okay, and anhydrous ether. Now there will be H, C, this is H. Okay, this is what? O, Mg, Br, and there will be what? CH3, which on hydrolysis, that is HOH. Now the final product will be HC. This is H, this is what? OH, and this is what? CH3. Isn't it? And the same thing, Mg, Br, OH will replace. So now compound is CH3, CH2, OH. That is simply the product become what? Ethanol. Ethanol, okay, is what? Primary alcohol. Is what? Primary alcohol. So you can say when formaldehyde reacts with Grignard reagent, it forms primary alcohol, or simply you can give the name ethanol. But if I change the reaction by taking different carbonyl compound, like besides of H, now if I use what? CH3. So CH3, C double bond O, and there is again what? Same thing, H. What is the name of compound? This is acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. So if I took acetaldehyde plus, again I am placing here CH3, this is Mg, and this is what? Br. Same condition, what? In the presence of anhydrous ether. Now there will be what? CH3. This is C, this is H, this is O, MgBr, and there is what? CH3. And upon hydrolysis, that is HOH, the final product will be what? The final product will be CH3. This is C. Now this is again what? H. Okay, and there will be what? OH, but now this is what? CH3. Means what? Propane to all. What is this? Propane to all. Propane to all. And what is the propane to all? Propane to all is a secondary alcohol. So here there will be one knowledge. If the formaldehyde reacts with the Grignard reagent, it forms primary alcohol. In case of it is acetaldehyde, reacts with Grignard reagent, it will form secondary alcohol. So there will be what? The distinguish between formaldehyde and acetaldehyde. Okay. Now in next we will see with ketone. So student, third reaction of the same reactant is reaction of acetone. Okay, or you can simply call it what? Ketone. Because what are the ketones? Ketones are also having what? Carbonyl compound with Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent forms tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohols. That means what? That means when formaldehyde reacts, it forms primary alcohol. Acetaldehyde reacts, it forms secondary alcohol. But when ketone reacts, it forms tertiary alcohol. So now I am writing and specifying reaction with what? Suppose acetone. What are acetone? So C double bond O, and now in these two free valency we can place CH3 and CH3. This compound is known as what? Acetone. Okay. When reacts with, suppose again I am writing it CH3, this is what? Mg, this is what? Br, in the presence of anhydrous ether. Now there will be CH3, this is C, it will remain same, no change, and there will what? O, and with O there is what? Mg and Br, and there will be, now I specified it by methyl group, therefore this is what? Methyl. So upon hydrolysis in the presence of acid, now the final product will be CH3, this is CH3, okay, this is C, now this is OH, and this is what? CH3, and the byproduct. So what is the name of this compound? So you can number it. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So the compound become what? 2-methyl propane to all. Propane to all. This is the final product. And this is also known as what? Tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol. Student, actually this is so versatile reaction that we can obtain different type of alcohols. Like there will be what? Homework for you. homework. That is what you have to complete the reaction. Like if I took benzaldehyde C6H5 C double bond O with what? CH3. Sorry. First I am taking simple benzaldehyde H, and the same reaction you have to complete it. I can change it by suppose CH3 CH2 C double bond O plus and CH3 with, now I am changing what? Grignard reagent C2H5 MgBr, and you have to complete the reaction. Similarly, now I am changing it C2H5 okay MgBr. Okay, you complete the reaction. Again I can change some like C2H5, this is C, this is again C2H5, this is C double bond O plus, now I am changing it by what? CH3 MgBr. Okay, at the same condition. Like even I can change it C3H7 C double bond O, and now I am writing here what? Aldehyde. Getting? Plus now I am changing it by C2H5 MgBr, and you have to complete reaction. So this is about your homework. What? Complete the reaction. Complete reactions. And you have to write IUPAC name of product. Isn't it? What you have to do? Simply what? You have to transfer the pi electron, so that there will be negative charge, there will be positive charge. In positive charge, the negative species will attack. In negative charge, the positive species will attack. The addition product will obtain, and the addition product on hydrolysis in the presence of acid will give final product. Student, here this compound belongs to what? Aldehyde, so it will give primary. Again this is what? Aldehyde, so it will give primary. But these are what? Ketones, so the ketones will give secondary. Are you getting? But this is what? Benzaldehyde. Remember, this is what? Benzaldehyde. This is not formaldehyde. So which compound will form? You have to check it by writing and completing the given reaction. Yes, student, this is also one of the very important reaction. That is the next method, by the reduction of esters. Esters means R C double bond O O R. These compounds are called ester, to prepare alcohol. To prepare alcohols. Okay. Now student, again there is what? R, and there is what? R. So if we change the R, we can obtain different type of alcohol. Therefore this is also one of the very important reaction. When alcohol, when esters are reduced. Student, you know that for reduction requires some specific reducing agent. Okay, with reducing agents, like, can you tell me name of some reducing agent? It will be what? Platinum, okay, H2, platinum, it may be nickel, it may be LiAl, H4. So that should be what? Reducing agent. Forms what? Alcohols. Forms alcohols. Okay. Now, what should be the reaction? You can take any basic what? Ester. Basic ester, that is the R not specified. It is written as alkyl group. Therefore, this is called what? Simply basic agent. Okay. H2 in the presence of nickel, or in the presence of platinum, or in the presence of with what? LiAl H4. So the H2 is directly added here, being there is what? Double bond. So this compound is from here to here. It converts into RCH2 and what? OH. Isn't it? RCH2OH. Okay. Plus The next compound will be, this is what, R, O and one more H. That is R, O and H. Means what? Two molecules of alcohol will obtain here. Okay. Suppose I am changing R by CH3. C double bond O. This is O. And suppose this R is changed by what? C2H5 in the presence of same thing. Then besides of R, we have to write what? CH3. This is CH2. And this is what? OH plus now C2H5OH. C2H5OH. So two molecules of alcohol will be formed by this reaction. That is ethanol. Isn't it? Student, one more very important reaction is there. This reaction is known as by hydroboration. Hydroboration. Now, this reaction is actually what? Oxidation reaction. Therefore, oxidation of alkenes. Alkenes. You can take what? Ethene, propene, etc. Okay. Especially I am proceeding it with what? Propene. Therefore, I will write the name of propene. When propene reacts with diborane. Now student, what is diborane? This is called what? B2H6. It is its stable form. But we will took boron trihydride as a reactant. Okay. When propene reacts with diborane, that is BH3, in 3 steps. It forms trimethyl borane, which on reaction with hydrogen peroxide, okay, not water. Now hydrolysis takes place by hydrogen peroxide, okay, in the presence of base. Okay, this is what? Base catalyzed reaction. Okay, forms final product. What is the final product? Alcohols. Okay, so student, first I will explain you 3 steps, and then in the 4th step we will get the final product, that is what? Alcohol. So the reaction is like CH3C, this is H, now CH2. Getting? This is what? Propene. Student, here you can say this carbon is least, that is having 2 hydrogen, but if the attack will take place here, therefore there will be less steric hindrance. If attack will take place here by the boron, there will be more steric hindrance, isn't it? So when BH3 reacts BH3, I can write BH3 in this form. The H is written in this form, and what? BH2 is written in this form. Okay, so one of the H is enter in this carbon atom, while the boron attacks on less steric hindrance having carbon. That is, direct attachment of BH3 molecule takes place. One hydrogen attacks on second carbon atom, and the boron attacks on terminal carbon atom. CH3, this is what? CH. Now this is CH2, and this is BH. I can write it BH2 in this form, and here will be what? Hydrogen. This is the first step. Remember, This is what? First step. Student, I am starting second step. Second step means again I am reacting it with one more propene molecule. Here one of the propene molecule is used. I am now reacting it with second propene molecule. Second propene molecule means CH3. This is CH double bond CH2. Isn't it? This is second propene molecule. Means what? The second step. Out of 3 steps, the second step will be here. So now there is what? One H. So this H will enter where? In this carbon. Isn't it? And now the boron will attach with this carbon atom, forming one more compound. What is this? CH3, CH2, this one. Again this is CH2, this one. Now this is what? B. Okay, and with B, this carbon will attach, this one. Okay, so there is what? C, then again C, and then again C. Isn't it? Here one of the H entered what? In this carbon atom. Therefore we can write this H here. This H. Okay. Now in third step, means third molecule will participate. So what about the third molecule? Here is the third molecule. CH3. This is CH double bond CH2 plus our product obtained from second step is what? This is CH2 CH3 CH2. This is CH2. Then what? B. One of the H is also there. Okay, I have to write one of the H is also there. Okay, and now this is CH2, CH2 and CH3. Isn't it? So now what? This H will attack on this carbon atom. Okay, while the B will attach with this carbon atom in the terminal position. Therefore, we will obtain CH3, CH2, CH2. Now this is what? B. This one B. Okay. And now with this one again CH2, CH3. Okay, I am writing in this part CH3, CH2, CH2. This is B, CH2, CH2 and CH2, and again here what? CH2, CH2 and CH3. This compound is called trialkyl borane. Trialkyl, why? Here one of the R, here one more R, and here what? One more R. So this you can call tripropyl borane. And now simply it's a hydrolysis with what? Hydrogen peroxide using basic medium. Okay, now there will be 3 molecules of CH3, CH2, CH2OH. Isn't it? That is 3 molecules of propanol will obtain by this reaction, along with a byproduct will be there, H3BO3. Okay, boric acid. So this is overall reaction. So the first one is reduction of ester. Ester can be represented by the basic formula to prepare what? Alcohol. When esters are reduced, for reduction there should be reducing agent. What are the reducing agent? H2, reaction of H2 with PT or Ni or with lithium aluminum tetrahydride. Forms what? Alcohols. Alcohol, ester given by simple formula. Therefore it forms a simple alcohol and one more alcohol molecule. But if we specified these two are by specific alkyl radical, that is CH3 and C2H5, then we will obtain the specific product. Similarly, the next reaction is the hydroboration. Hydroboration means reaction of borane. Okay, and it's a hydrogen. And then this is addition reaction. Therefore, this is what? Oxidation of what? Alkenes. Alkenes means double bond containing compound. If we specified alkene as what? Propene, and with react with what? Diborane. Diborane is basically what? Diborane is basically B2H6. This is its stable form because BH3 is highly unstable species. This is what? Lewis acid. Therefore, we are taking what? B2H6. But actually, in the reaction, the main participant is what? BH3. Now, it takes place in 3 steps. Why? Because actually there are what? 3 hydrogen. So, each hydrogen combined with 3 molecules of propene. First molecule, second molecule and 3 molecule of propene. When the combination takes place, that is addition takes place, it forms tripropyl borane, which on reaction with hydrogen peroxide in the basic medium forms final product. What is the final product? Alcohol and boric acid.